Integers Lesson A Notes, example number 1. We are to simplify each of these. Now you don't need to write this down because it's on the previous page, but I wrote this at the top for you to see as a reminder. So if the signs are the same, you're going to add and keep the sign. And if the signs are different, you're going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So for A, I've got -3 plus -5. Are those signs the same or different? It's a -3 and it's a -5, which means the signs are the same. When the signs are the same, we add. So 3 plus 5 is 8. And then you keep the sign. So I'm going to keep the negative. So -3 plus -5 is -8. Now, before I move on to B, I noticed that I boxed my answer. I always box my answers. It's something I've started doing a while ago. I like it better than circling your answer because if you circle a 0, it kind of looks funny. So I always box my answer, and usually by the end of the year, my students will box their answers as well. Do you have to box it? No, but it is nice and it makes the things a little bit neater. But anyway, for example number 1A, -3 plus -5, the signs were the same, so we added and we kept the sign. So it's -8. For B, it's 4 plus -7. The 4 is positive, and then the 7 is negative. So those signs are different. When the signs are different, we subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. And now you have to decide what's the sign of the larger number. Is 4 the larger number or is 7 the larger number? Well, 7's the larger number and 7 is negative, so my answer is -3. For C, -3 plus 6. Are those signs the same or different? 3 is negative, 6 is positive, so those signs are different. So I'm going to subtract. When the signs are different, you subtract. And guys, remember the word for subtraction is difference. So you find the difference. Different, you find the difference. So I need to subtract. 6 minus 3 is 3. And then the larger number is 6. And in that case, the 6 is positive. So my answer will stay positive. For D, I have -2 plus -4. The 2 is negative, the 4 is negative, so my signs are the same. When the signs are the same, I add and keep the sign. So 2 plus 4 is 6, and then I keep the negative sign. So my answer for D is -6. All right, I would like you to pause the video and go ahead and do E through H on your own. Do E through H on your own. When you are done trying them on your own, unpause the video and we'll go over the answers. All right, for E, the signs are different. -8 and +5. The signs are different, so I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3. The larger number is 8, so that would be -3. For F, F is -10 plus 10. Where did we learn about when it's the same digit and one sign's positive and one's negative? Those are called opposites. And the definition we wrote down, the sum of opposites is 0. The sum of opposites is 0. So -10 plus 10, they are opposites, and their sum would be 0. For G, -6 plus -15. It's a -6 and a -15, so the signs are the same. 6 plus 15 is 21. And then when your signs are the same, you add and keep the sign, so it would stay -21. I'm going to move that up a little bit. There we go. For H, I've got 22 plus -11. The 22 is positive and the 11 is negative, so those signs are different. Subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. 22 minus 11 is 11. Since 22 is the larger number and 22 is positive, this should be +11. So that is example 1. Remember, when you are simplifying integers, what you want to do first is ask yourself, are the signs the same or are they different? If they're the same, add and keep the sign, and if they're different, subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. If you have any questions on example number 1, please do not hesitate to ask.